When was the last time you had an aha moment? One of those moments of brilliance where, for the first time, you deeply understand something, or perhaps where a problem that's been perplexing you is suddenly solved and the solution springs into your conscious mind. For many of us, these moments are few and far between. And one of the concerns I had starting my PhD was that I wouldn't be able to find a topic that was sufficiently interesting or breakthrough for myself or for others to make a difference. Ironically, this fear has become the motivator for my research in the sense that I'm deeply fascinated by what it is that allows innovators and inventors to have these moments of incredible breakthrough. And so in looking at the 100 years or so of literature on the topic of insight, I've discovered that there are, in fact, three broad categories of strategy that are used by innovators and inventors. And ironically, they're not that dissimilar to the lifelines that you see in a quiz show like Millionaire Hot Seat or Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And if you think of that context, the first lifeline that is available to you is to ask Eddie, which is effectively a means of seeking a different or fresh perspective. And we actually see this in innovation as well, that the likes of Watson and Crick, for example, who discerned that the DNA molecule was actually a double helix, did so after many conversations with scientists in different disciplines with different perspectives and being able to then piece it all together and have this eureka moment as a result. The second lifeline that's available in Millionaire Hot Seat is 50-50, which eliminates some of the false options. And we see this at work in science where we're able to suddenly discern that an assumption that has been guiding us is false. And an example of this is Thomas Kepler, when he realized in studying the orbit of Mars that it was always arriving about 8 minutes late, like an annoying bus. And that led him to realize that that was in fact an elliptical orbit, not a circular one, and really birthed for us the scientific method. And the final example is the option to change the question out completely. And the best example of this is Wagner Dodge, who was a firefighter in the US, called into combat a blaze in the wilderness, parachuted in, and realized that they were about to be engulfed and that they couldn't run fast enough to get away. And so his insight was to light a fire and then actually crawl into the ashes as this massive wall of fire swept over him and the team. And so these are some of the strategies that I'm going to be researching. I hope they're helpful to you in case you get stuck with your research. And I look forward to updating you as the research unfolds. Thank you.